I was born in England, but my mother is Cherokee descended from Cherokee, or Salagee as they're called. I'm a member of the Deer clan of the w.a.n.d Salagee, which is the principal people of the Cherokee. We're Eastern Band. The Western Band, they had the Trail of Tears, where some of them escaped from the Trail of Tears. That's when the white man made them walk thousands of miles in winter and killed some. I actually had some of my ancestors were killed on the Trail of Tears. But my direct ancestor, my great-great-grand if you like, and my grandfather, he survived. So my family ended up, the Cherokee ended up over here because they, my great-grandfather and my great-great-grandfather and my grandfather, they come over with Buffalo Bill's Wild West Circus. And that's how come ended up here. So my family has the honour of invading Britain. The thing about the Native American is to honour the ancestors. That's why when things are done, they don't change. Because you're taught by, you should be taught by an elder how to do something. There are no shortcuts. So if you do something and take a shortcut on it or don't learn it properly, then you're dishonouring your family and your elders and your past. So that's basically one of the differences with the Native American way, I suppose, and all the other ways, because it's very important that you stick to that. And the other thing is with Native Americans is learn the language. If you learn your language of your tribe, then once again you're honouring. It's all about honouring the ancestors. And all of those things are very important because it makes you who you are now. All things around you have spirit within them. The trees, the earth, the grass, the sky. You have great spirit, the creator. Some call him w.a.n.d in the Lakota way. So that is the native way. Indigenous peoples all around the world really worship the same or accept the reality of it, which is that everything around is a living entity, is special or has spirit. Even when you, if you're going out to hunting, then you would say a special prayer, a dance or whatever to ask for great spirits that you're bountiful, and when you killed the animal, you would say a prayer over them as you were cleaning them or killing them, to say thank you for them for giving their life to feed you. So it's basically living in harmony with all things and living with honour. There was no words until the white man came along, or the Washishu over to the States. There was never any word in the Native American language for thief. They had no jails, because it was all about living with honour. As a kid, I in the summer holidays, I used to go out and live on, work on my uncle's farm, or else I'd be with my friends and relatives, the gypsies.
Wow.
So I had appreciation. But children need to be stopped being protected and brought out into the countryside, so they can see the wonders of nature. You know, people say there's no more. They say no more miracles, but you look at an acorn and then look at an oak tree. You know, from the acorn comes the oak tree. You've got a miracle. My grandfather come down to Watford and raised 7 children in a cottage where he used to make all reed mats and rush mats and reading, and that's how he supported them. He died when my mum was 14. He died, so I never knew him. It's only what I heard, you know, what I was told by my family. By then, the family were all westernised anyway. You know, by the time of my grandfather.
Because they were with the Wild West show.
Yeah, they come over in Buffalo Bill come over in 1896. He come back again in 1902 and 1906 because Queen Victoria actually fell in love with it. She loved it, so they used to go up to Balmoral, and that's where they used to go up there. There's always been meetings, yeah. But the Pow Wow itself really come about after the white man got involved in America. What they are, the meetings that the people used to have, is because all the different clans and the different tribes, it was a time where they could get together. They would gamble, they were great gamblers, horse racing, they would take feats of strength, and during the day they would dance. That's why you don't get very many words, because you think of all the different dialects and all the different languages. And it was a time to praise the Creator, because when you're in there dancing, I'm saying prayers, you know, for healing, and that's to the people that I know that are passed, and speaking to my ancestors. And the Pow Wow brings people together that way. That's why it's sacred inside the circle, you know, because you're honouring the past, and also by bringing the youngsters in, you're showing them the future, and you're teaching them as well.
There's a good few people in there who have met North American Indians, and they're great buddies. They're great buddies now. They phone one another, they get advice, they're always talking and things like that. So thankfully there are a lot of people out in the United States amongst the Indian people who, you know, who think what we're doing is fantastic. You know, but there again, as I say, you're going to get, unfortunately, you're going to get some people who think, hey, don't try and steal our culture, you know, and we're not trying to steal anybody's culture. We want to share, and that's what life is all about, sharing. And we have the greatest respect for them as a people, and we always try and find out the proper way to do things, and that if we're not sure of what we're doing, then there's plenty of people around who will get on the phone, I'll write to these people or text them or something like that, and they're talking, and these people will advise, you know, what you do and everything like that. It's wonderful that we've got people like that who actually are willing to help us and that. As I say, I enjoy it, and I just think it's it's a part of my life. It is me, you know. I mean, you know, I suppose I've done the normal things that normal people do when they're youngsters and that, you know. And but as you get a wee bit older, you know. I mean, as I say, I started all this 40 years ago, and you know, if I ever lost it, you might as well rip half my heart out. You might as well rip my heart out, because it's there, it's in me, it's in my blood, it's in my heart, you know, it's my heartbeat. And,
do you understand? We're doing a band! We're doing a band!